This first quarter brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Blazers. Visit firsttechfed.com/blazers to learn more. We get underway here in Portland. Blazers cannot cash in. McDaniels, 41 points for Edwards the other night. Grant reaches in.
Edwards type scorer, his former teammate at Georgia, but he will contribute in a big way to winning teams.
4 Blazers come sprinting at Edwards, and Minnesota in business. Towns up the center of the court. Edwards fakes the 3. He'll drive it into the lane. He had an assortment of drives just like this.
As Minnesota gets to the free throw line, again, we got to see right there just how potent they could be. Karl-Anthony Towns had Anthony Simons on him.
Towns sees 2 defenders as Grant pitches over, now recovers to double. Pass across the inline, and McDaniels, who might as well be 7 feet, with his reach.
That's what it's like, the top-rated defense in the NBA.
Edwards cross court. This is McDaniels, knocks down the triple.
All ready for McDaniels. He's had in his career without making a shot. So another player like Towns, who didn't score how he normally does, and they were still able to get the win, and McDaniels off to a good start here so far.
DeAndre Ayton with the rebound. He had a 22-16 night against Minnesota. To the end line comes Simons, swatted away by Edwards, out of bounds. I think Simons. Henderson will bring it in bounds along the baseline. Overthrows Kamara. It's grabbed by Karl-Anthony Towns. He comes chugging up into front court. Loops it to the trailer Conley. Dodges, darts, finds a trailer. It's Edwards for 3. Got it. Walker has started 14 games. Kamara got the start a couple of nights ago. Stepping back in, coming off the bench. Into the lane. McDaniels leans to the cup, and he's able to finger roll one by.
Without ever giving the illusion that Anthony was open. So Ant never was able to get comfortable trying to get open to get the basketball, and it's all because of Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Simons curls, steps back, comes off a Reith screen for 3. Reith the rebound, but plucked away by the aforementioned Alexander Walker. He sees 2 defenders, he'll back it out. Tremendous handle of the ball, doesn't he? With this power to sweep in, suddenly pull up, and then the soft cast as he leads away. Thank you, Tom. Here's Edwards. He's going for the 2nd time in his young career. Crossing over into the lane, leaning back, on balance with the right hand. 9 assists, 2 turnovers. On Tuesday night against this club, Edwards into the lane, makes contact, scores off the contact.
When he's approached this game with that attitude, he just bang it off the glass.
Shut him off, and then Scoot made that adjustment, a counter for the step back. Edwards into the lane. Soft delivery, this time short. Over the ball. He is double teamed, and picking his pocket from behind is Edwards into the lane.
Anthony Edwards so good to finish with averages of at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Oh, that was a
Nickeil Alexander-Walker in now in place of Karl-Anthony Towns.
Blazers outscored Minnesota 37-22 in the second to partially recapture some of that 30-point lead that Minnesota. Offensive glass, unloading, coming with numbers. Whirling in is McDaniels.
He has more than.
Edwards out on top to Towns, jitterbugs into the paint. To the glass, gonna lay it in.
Not much, but Kev, we were leaving the hotel room after that talk, and unprompted, I wasn't asking Coach about the lineups or anything like that. As then Edwards gets fouled, he'll get 2 at the line. We were just talking.
Scoot running the point tonight, getting his 9th start with Simons. Into the lane, running right-hander, Reith, no.
Edwards in the lane, fade away, swish.
16 to shoot. Edwards just past the timeline, crossing over into the lane, powers to the rack to lay it in. Coming off a 41 against the Blazers. Second time this year has been over 48 this season.
For the Blazers, they want to step up and meet him high so he can't dictate what happens on the screen roll. But if you step up and you guess wrong, he's going to the side of you. They're a good contest from Block. Oh, man, the Towns. lot of spacing here on this possession.
Reith comes to it, turns under duress.
It wasn't all-out denial on the perimeter, but they were pretty tight.
Ooh, Edwards trying to get by Grant. Grant trying to beat him to the spot. The wood that was applied by Karl Anthony Towns to Grant back there in the first half.
Yeah, so if he survived that, it should be good.
That technology's come a long way.
To eventually go right, looks like he's going to go left first. Here's Edwards with a strong drive.
Hey, slowly but surely being more respected.
If coach doesn't call a play specifically for me to bring the ball up the court, I usually let him go. That's his strength. We play a lot better when he's in the best position possible for him.
Great command of the leather, wraps it between the wickets into a left-hand hanging hook over traffic. No, rebound is Scoot Henderson. He shoots 40% from 3 on a little better than 5 attempts a game. What a great year. Strolling in under control. And then the suddenness to the cup. It's Edwards. It's Edwards with a counter. Reith trailing a 3. Drop getting some looks, but not happening. Drop getting some looks, but not happening right now. He's 0 for 4 from 3. The Blazers 6 of 22, 27%. Edwards, vertical. Rattle it in from long range.
You know, that shot is not the shot you always want, but when he's on a heater like that, I'm fine with it. You know, it's got the ability to knock that one down.
All air from Henderson. Slow-mo.
Attempt at it. After that, he settled in. He made the next one. Now he has a 3, and here he is with another chance in the middle of the floor.
Give and go up the floor in transition for the jam. He's got 31.
That one right there, he's capable of making those.
Towns goes to work, strolls in for the right-hand hammer.
Anthony Davis, Carmelo, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Mason. No disrespect to Anthony Peeler and my guy in Miami, my first sit-down interview, Joel Anthony.
Would indicate the kind of shots Baji would get, being a recipient of a lot of passes from perimeter players. And so for Baji to see when to duck in, how to do it. Well, now Edwards asking Chris Finch, should he take a foul so he can come out the game? McLaughlin's going to come in. Yeah, it might have been some of that, Kev, what you said, and also maybe thinking the Blazers were going to keep.
The Blazers go to 15 and 39 for the season. And we'll come back after All-Star against Denver, Charlotte, Miami, and then those 2 games we mentioned at Memphis before seeing Minnesota again on March 4.